driving home for Christmas. Under the headlights on the highway. The whole time when that guy goes, take a look at the driver next to me, he's talking about someone across the road.
Yeah.
I always interpreted it, I'm looking at like Akila who's driving next to me. Like
the literal driver.
The literal driver next to me because I'm being driven.
That is phenomenal.
Not that he's alone driving for Christmas and there's other people driving. Oh, I take a look at Akila next to me.
That is phenomenal.
Ding, ding, ding. He's just the same. Yeah. Oh, what a nice bright blue day.
Yeah, it makes such a difference.
Yeah, really does. From all this rain we've been having.
It's had a lot of rain, hasn't it?
Yeah.
You can't really put Christmas songs on because you get demonetised.
Yeah, I've been demonetised quite a lot over Vlogmas, so I'm quite used to it. I've disputed a few of them. I've won a few of them. And I ended up buying a subscription to Epidemic Sounds, and that allows me to use music that sounds Christmassy and stuff, but it isn't breaking any copyright.
Yeah.
But I really want to know what happens when I stop paying for that subscription service, if all my videos will be like...
No, I don't know. I think because you've used it, so it should be fine.
Whilst I've been paying for it.
Paid for it.
But I don't want to be locked into it forever, because imagine like
but wait, they can't
factoring in that for the rest of my time on YouTube.
Yeah, but they can't like penalise you if you no longer pay. They can't penalise your old video, surely.
I don't know, that's the thing. I need to research it.
Not.
I need to research it. If they do, then that is a savage business model, because then you're locked in to subscribing to them forever for as long as you want your videos to be monetized.
How are YouTube going to know if you stop the subscription?
The platform, Epidemic as a platform, knows. So they have this, every time you use a song that belongs to them, that's royalty free, you get an email being like, hi, you've used one of our songs, and they must have like robots. It'll
be in the Epidemic FAQs probably.
Yeah.
Oh. There's levels to this game, you get me? Come on.
Hey, you like them little e-paces? I think they're quite cute looking.
This one?
Yeah, it's like the little baby Jaguar.
That's well nice. It's really nice.
I think they're quite cute.
It reminds me of a Porsche. Imagine if every time you went past a Jaguar you went... I don't know why.
Yeah, I think that's quite nice.
Happy Christmas Eve, Andreas and Lenny say.
Yeah.
Happy Christmas
Eve. Have a drink on us.
Have a nice drink on us. Doesn't that mean like?
Yeah, I know. Like we need to give them money. So be like, what's your bank details? Have a drink on us.
Really? That's so not patronising, but like, you know, when you say it to your not with them. Do you know what, Presidente? I'll read out some nice comments about you, because obviously you don't get to read all of these. So
from which video?
Just like, I just open sort of like comments, and it brings up all the comments posted in order, in time order, on any video. And obviously because all the videos lately have been Vlogmas, I'll just read out what people have been saying.
It's not really something I go through, is it?
No. Well, you wouldn't have access to it unless you went through every vlog and read all my comments. Yeah. So I'll see if there's anyone nice. So funny, as I start looking for them, I can't find them, but when I'm not looking for them, there's so many nice ones about you. Okay, it's not about you, but I like this one from Amanda. I'm enjoying this so much. I know you have to get back to your regular life, but I'm really going to miss this. Oh.
Miss what? The vlog?
Just vlog like daily.
Yeah.
Whoa, look how unclean that car is. That is filthy. You can't even see the registration plate.
Yeah, it's not great.
Wow. I've never normally noticed that, but that is filthy. Seriously though, my least favourite chore ever is dishes, says Lisa. I completely agree. I hate doing the dishes.
I'd rather do the dishes than putting the clothes away on the clothes haul or taking them off.
Gosh, yeah, I hate that too, but everyone said they can bend their fingers like me as well, so you're the odd one out mostly. I am not getting your alerts. I turned the bell off and on and then back on. That's a shame. So the people that have the bell switched on,
Yeah, they get a
notification saying like my video's just gone live or it's about to premiere.
She needs to check in her settings that notifications are on for YouTube.
Right. She needs to go into her actual phone settings.
I'm assuming she's looking on her phone.
Okay.
That car is so dirty, it's insane.
It's so bad, isn't it?
That is insane.
It's so filthy.
Like, that is insane.
It's not acceptable.
No, that is...
If it looks like that on the outside, what does it look like on the inside?
Jeez.
Lots of comments about Nando's. Some like hater was like, oh, I've got a feeling Leah only cooks like nice food because for her boyfriend, and when he's not there, she just doesn't cook.
Right.
And I was like, no, hun. I just like cooking, and I love having someone to cook for.
Yeah, but
as well as
anyone, if you're on your own, like you're not going to be as bothered to cook
big meals.
Yeah. You're not going to sit there and
hard
cook
to
like
portion
a cottage pie for yourself.
Yeah, I know. Unless you cook it for yourself and then freeze the other half. But I know what you're saying. Like, there is one thing I do when you're not there, and it's I'll buy more like nibbly things. So instead of having an actual meal, I'll buy like a few little gyoza, little Japanesey bits, a bit of sushi, and that in total will be my meal. But I wouldn't do that for you because it's not like a proper meal. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean.
Unless of course you are up for it sometimes, then let me know, because I'm so up for that. Ash looks so different with his glasses. I really like the look. Leah, you always look so put together. Well, I'm not sure about that, but thanks, JRW.
Guys, you don't see her in the morning.
Yeah, tell them about that account you were going to try and make, like the real Leah Hats.
I was going to try and make Leah Hats BTS, so Leah Hats
Behind the
_
scenes.
BTS I was going to do, which is like behind the scenes, so it's like the real life stuff behind the camera, and I was just going to like constantly, imagine that, imagine if I just started going around like just getting all sorts of like real photos and behind the scenes of exactly what goes on.
Exactly what goes on. You make it sound like it's a real undercover.
I'll get like a video. I'll secretly film you like having a go at me for doing something, and then I just like, see, this is the real Leah Hatzakis.
I mean, it could go both ways. I think that would be so dangerous.
Yeah, it would be. I'd never do it, obviously.
No, I wouldn't do it to you either.
Because social like can literally be like any story you want to tell.
Yeah.
So like I can literally make you look like a monster, even though you're not.
I can edit you to be a monster if I wanted to. Like I can make you look so evil.
You know, like,
and you could do the same to me if you knew how to do editing really well.
You know, like they do that sometimes when they get loads of clips of like stuff, and they edit and they make someone like say something that they never actually said.
Yeah, and I swear, like whenever
they did it with Nigella.
Did they do it with Nigella?
Yeah, like a really rude one.
Oh my! Oh, I've seen that. Yeah.
Like she never said those things in the same sentence. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And also, I mean, along those lines, but slightly different. Whenever anyone comes out of a reality TV show, I swear they always say, "Oh my gosh, they edited me to look like such a villain." Obviously, the public only see like 1 hour clip of a 24-hour day, and I always found that really interesting because so many of those reality TV people always said they were made to look really unkind.
Yeah. That rattle is really doing my head in.
We still haven't figured it out, have we?
No, it's just in there somewhere.
There's a little mouse in the car.
It's just like like that, and it's like when the music's on, you can kind of
zone out.
But when the music's not on, you can just constantly hear it, and it's like if I'd bought this car brand new, I'd be fuming.
You'd actually take it back and be like, there's a rattle.
And be like, saw that out. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And what's really annoying is that you've mentioned it. It's not something that my ears would hear because I'm just in my own world. But now that you've mentioned it, I can't unhear it. That's the dirty car again. Dirty car.
It's like there's like a piece of card, and it's going.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like.
Everyone's got their Christmas jumpers on. I'm looking in the cars next to me. He's got like a Superman Christmas jumper on. Aww. Well, I've got my Will Smith on today, which is nice. filthy car's got a vengeance, just driving off with such purpose. Like, what?
Yeah. My favourite car I've ever had
Is the 1 Series.
is that white 1 Series.
Does it look just like that? Or is that the old one?
No, that's the new shape, but mine was a bit different. Like,
that was basically the car that you got, and I started driving that car, but your cars before that I had never really driven. I don't think ever. And then you got that, and I started driving it slowly to the gym, back to the supermarket and back.
Yeah, I just find it a fantastic car. Like, they've done really well with that.
Yeah. It's a good car. Can't wait to have a truck.
Oh my god, I just want a Jeep Wrangler so bad.
I know. I bet you just don't really see them very often in the UK.
I want a black Jeep Wrangler.
Yeah.
Or a dark, very dark grey with black wheels. Like, it'd be so sick.
Shall I tell you how much they are to lease?
Yeah, they'll be like 500 to 600 quid a month.
Is that good?
No, it's just expensive.
Per month.
It's expensive. They're not cheap, but there's a lot of car, like.
Oh.
I just find them more rugged look. I like the rugged look of it.
Yeah. I think, because they've put here that it's $494 per month. But I reckon that would be like an entry level one.
Yeah, so that's like 500 quid a month and you haven't even spec'd it. You haven't like...
You have to pay 2,500 up front.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And what's the mileage per year? I bet they give you 5,000 miles.
Okay, so mileage per year. Yeah, 5,000.
Yeah, like...
Is that dead?
Yeah,
well, how many do we do?
We'll put it this way. You wouldn't want to have a car like that and be limited to 5,000 miles. Like, if you had a car like that, you'd want to be like...
travel.
You'd want to be doing stuff. You'd want to be like going up and down the motorway in it. And
5,000 miles is nothing.
Yeah, I know. You want 10. So basically, if you play with all that, so you do 10,000 miles, you do less deposit down, the monthly just goes up.
Oh.
So the monthly will get to like 700 quid or something. Like, it's just insane.
But I think 100% leasing a car is good.
Yeah, it just depends, doesn't it? Like, I think
what are you going to do with a brand new car? Like,
it just depends. I think a lot of people now are leasing them for like, they do like a personal contract, like a hire lease.
Yeah.
Which is basically you almost like rent the car for like a duration. So what a lot of people used to do when they leased was like they'd essentially not buy the car, but they'd own the car to a point where like they were paying off monthly.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, they would either have to buy the car outright, or like put what they own equity in that car into something else.
God, it's like having a house. It's like having a mortgage.
But
capital and
that's
interest.
become like less popular now because a lot of companies are now basically doing this hire contract, which is like, oh, you can hire it for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and you just give it back.
I just give it back, yeah.
Yeah, I've done it once, and I just really liked it. And again, it's like, it's an expense. Yeah. But it's an expense just like, it's no different to Spotify. Because it's like, once you stop paying for Spotify, like, premium, you get the adverts and stuff, and like, you can't download the music on your phone. And, do you know what I mean?
You can't save offline playlists.
It's the same like logic. All depends on your situation, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. You've got to remember that any car payments, like if you're leasing a car, shows up as credit card debt.
Yeah.
So you're quite lucky at the moment that all of these work cars don't show up as credit card debt against your name.
Yeah, but even so, like, it's fine because you're just building up good credit. Because if you're paying it off
on time,
it just depends on the situation. Like, genuinely, if you didn't care like about the spec of the car and stuff, there's some ridiculous deals. Really? Yeah. But
what about if I just wanted something that was automatic, small car, automatic, run around?
Yeah, you could get something for less than 200 quid a month.
Yeah, I'd take that. If I had a manual, it'd be probably even less. I just don't want to drive a stick. A stick. I don't want to drive a stick because I'm not skilled. Like, I have done that, but not like as an independent person, only ever during lessons and stuff. That's just not my vibe.
Flashback.
Hi guys,
Right, so today for lunch, this is the soup. It's a carrot and vegetable soup. That's what it looks like. So when I blend it, it will be super smooth. And sandwich today is tuna cardo. So it's the copycat Joe and the Juice one. I don't know if I've shown it before on YouTube, but that's tuna pesto mayonnaise. And it's the posh tuna, you know, the Ortiz one that we use. And avocado here, tomato. Got 2 pita breads and then 2 little like sandwich thins. These are gluten-free. They don't taste as good as the Joe and the Juice bread. Joe and the Juice use this like Danish rye bread. It tastes so good. You can't buy it anywhere. And I've even asked them in store. I was like, can I buy this bread? And they were like, no, you can't. So, yeah. And now for the soup. It's only like 3 o'clock, but it's one of those days where I've kind of had a headache from the moment I woke up. So I've tried to do a little bit of work, but I think the best thing for me today on a weekend, it is a Sunday as I film this, is just to chill out and have a little bit of self-care. I'm running a bath. I'm actually using one of Atch's face masks because my clay masks have all finished now. I seem to get through these, especially when I had, it was a while ago now, but really bad sort of like breakouts. I was using these style of masks all the time. So yeah, I've got the bath at the perfect temperature. I've actually got my laptop on the loo. I'm going to watch an episode of The Crown in there. I'm not one of those people who can just sort of sit with my thoughts. I can, but do I want to? Not really, no. I think I'd rather watch a bit of telly. Do you know what I mean? Maybe it takes away completely from like a relaxing bath, but I don't mind if like Atch is in the bath with me and just chat away and talk about stuff, but it's just, I just like company, I do. I suppose it's a bit like why we all watch YouTube videos. I just want the company. I've actually got some suppa on at the moment. Just boiled up some chickens, get some stock. Gonna stick the rice in and then the egg and the lemon. Should make me feel better. Usually it's like an absolute winner when you feel like crap. Hope this inspires somebody to go and look after themselves. I couldn't believe how many of you in the comments knew what avgo lemono was, or avgo lemoni suppa. I obviously cooked up this chicken to use it as stock for this, and that's all the chicken bits that I've got left over, so I'll add some into my soup. Oh gosh, nice one, Leah. But yeah, this is just so comforting and I just really need it today. I'm having quite a large bowl of this just because this is my dinner. That's quite, I've had quite a lot actually. Put a bit back. I think Atch is gonna have some when he gets home, which is any moment now. That is just delicious, look at that.
Early the next morning.
Why is it that when the beauty bloggers say that you need to apply SPF 50, this is what my face looks like all day? Just waiting for it to soak in. How are you meant to do SPF 50 every day if this is what you have to deal with? I am on my way to the London Camera Exchange, which is a camera repair shop and also a second-hand camera shop. I called up my insurance this morning and I just said, look, this claim is taking too long. I made it in October, what's going on? And for the first time in months, I spoke to someone quite helpful. So, sorry, I have chewing gum in my mouth. I really hope you can't see it because it might just look like an extra tooth or something. So I'm heading there now and they want me to get a quote for how much it's going to cost to replace or repair the camera. So I've got my broken camera with me, the one that's full of sand from my trip to Cyprus, and I'm going to show it to them. Blah blah blah. We'll see how this goes. But my gosh, this insurance company have been horrendous thus far. Like, so bad. I managed to send my camera off for repair, so I should actually find out in the new year if it's possible to repair it or if it needs to be fully replaced. But I would actually love to have that old camera back. So this is the one before, this is the one that I was using for like the whole time before buying the G7X Mark III, so it's the Mark II, and loads of vloggers have all said that they prefer the Mark II to the Mark III. So I really look forward to being able to hopefully repair it, because you can't buy them anymore. Actually, maybe you can buy them, but the newest model is the Mark III and no one likes it. So anyway, I'm back at home now and I've had a delivery, and I think I've got a feeling, well, Joel told me that it might be from Laura, who's our like business coach. Oh, this is absolutely lovely. A card from Creme London, Creme, and it says, warm me up to get me to my gooey best. So you can put them in the oven again. Oh, wow. You can even toast them by the looks of it, if you can resist leave to cool for a minute. Oh, sorry, that's actually not a toaster. That's a, that looks like a little shelf, you know, like, what are they called? Baking, people who bake will know what I mean. Wow, and they said Santa didn't exist. Who said that? Oh, wow. Oh, holy moly. These are going to be stunning. Oh my goodness. Oh, I can't wait. Thank you so much, Laura. What a lovely, lovely surprise. I'm going to text you right now. I'm off to go and get my eyebrows done. What I get done to them is a tint and a lamination, which means that she changes the direction that the hairs look. So like, rather than like standing that way, she like makes them sort of like stand upright. They just look so much better when she's done them, because I don't have that much brow, and yeah, that I used to get it way more in the real world, but since being in lockdown, I just stopped looking after myself a little bit. So I decided to book the things that make me feel like, you know, my best self kind of thing. I was thinking actually of also getting a Christmas manicure. I just don't know when and I don't know where. But yeah. Okay, so can't wait to try these cookies later. But for now, eyebrows.
Okay, I'm a little bit late for my appointment, but that's what you get when you're in zone 1 of Chichester, guys. Zone 1 traffic. That's what me and Ash always call it, because zone 1 of London is actually like chaos, but zone 1 of Chichester is just tiny. But we love calling it zone 1. We're like zone 1 of Chichester. And also Chichester doesn't have zones, that's why it's funny, because we like treat it like it's London. Anyway, what else can I tell you? Oh yeah, so when I was in the camera shop earlier, I was telling him about the stabilization issues on the Sony that I've just bought for myself, and he basically upsold me a gimbal for it, which is like this thing that you hold and it keeps the shot really stable. So I'll be giving that a go and see how I get on with it. I just feel like at the moment I've been just dropping so much money on like camera equipment and stuff. So shout out to, do you know what, I woke up this morning and there was like a generous donation on my coffee page. So I'm gonna insert the person's name. I think it's David. If you're watching, David, thank you so much for, you know, just like buying me a couple of coffees and stuff. Like all of this just goes towards supporting the running of the channel, so I just really appreciate it. And obviously a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters.
Okay, so this is what the brows look like. Obviously on the first day they look really intense, and then after you shower and stuff they calm down. So this was the gimbal I told you about. They called it the Crane M2, which you just hold and it steadies the camera. And also, I think by the looks of it, I can actually press to record on this handheld thing, so I won't have to press from the top of the camera. I know it sounds like not an amazing feature, but I actually reckon that would come in really handy, especially when walking around vlogging. I already showed the camera earlier.
Yeah, the Dodgeball.
Dodgeball, I've got to put in a picture of the girl from Dodgeball.
In her home country of Romanovia.
Actually, are you excited to be my cameraman now that I've got a gimbal?
Yeah,
obviously the
so
charge,
smooth.
let's see if it works without the charge, because I've been charging it an hour.
The gimbal's so smooth, like.
So let's just see what these shots look like.
Genuinely, it's so smooth.
So let's see what it looks like me folding the washing. Okay, I'm not going to fold it, it's still wet.
So,
End of flashback.
Well, we're quite close now, so I'm going to switch off the camera. Let's hope I've actually filmed this conversation and not just done a time lapse like I did yesterday.
yeah.
Merry Christmas Eve, everyone. Thank you so much for watching another episode of Vlogmas. I'm gonna love ya and leave ya, and see you hopefully very soon for more videos, more live streams. Let's try and get let's try and get Achille involved as well, because everyone loves a bit of Achille on the live stream. Maybe you should take your top off as well. Alright guys, over and out, bye.
But if you really hold me tight, then all the way home I'll be warm. Oh, the fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbye. But as long